We recognize Pride Month as a time to honor the history, resilience, and contributions of the LGBTQ+ people and to reaffirm our commitment to dignity, equality, inclusion, and belonging for everyone in our community. As mayor, I believe it is important that we continue to say clearly and without hesitation that every person in our community deserves dignity, respect, safety, and belonging. Wilsonville is a stronger community when people are free to live openly, authentically, and without fear of discrimination. Our LGBTQ+ residents, families, neighbors, students, business owners, and community leaders are an important and valued part of this city. Pride Month is both a celebration and a call for reflection. It celebrates progress towards visibility and equal rights while reminding us that building welcoming and inclusive communities is ongoing work that belongs to all of us. Pride Month is about more than flags or proclamations. It's about the courage it takes for people to live openly and authentically in a world that does not always make that easy. As someone with a multiracial family, I personally understand that not all that long ago, there were people in this country who believe families like mine should not exist openly either. It was only in 1967 in the Loving versus Virginia decision that the United States Supreme Court struck down laws banning interracial marriage. That decision was about more than legal rights. It was about dignity, humanity, and the freedom to love openly, build a family, and live without shame or fear. Those same principles matter today. Pride Month reminds us that every person deserves the freedom to live authentically and openly, and that no one should ever be made to feel invisible, lesser than, or unwelcome because of who they are or who they love. For me, belonging is not a slogan. It is the understanding that every person deserves to live safely, honestly, and openly within their own community without fear of discrimination or hatred. At a time when parts of our national dialogue are becoming more angry, more divided, and more hostile towards vulnerable communities, I believe it's important that cities like Wilsonville speak clearly. We reject hate and dehumanization, and we will continue to strive to be a community that chooses compassion, dignity, respect, and humanity. As mayor, I want every person in this community to know this: you belong here, you matter here, and this city is stronger because you are a part of it. One way Wilsonville continues putting those values into action is through our annual Pride celebration. This year, Wilsonville's Pride celebration will take place on Saturday, June 13th from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. at Town Center Park. This free, family-friendly event brings people together in a spirit of community, support, visibility, and joy. The event will feature MC Poison Waters, performances by Poison Waters and Friends, music by DJ Smash, and a featured presentation from Basic Rights Oregon Executive Director Kendall Mason. There will also be community activities, crafts, food carts, and Pride-themed community contests. I want to thank the city's Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Committee, community partners, sponsors, volunteers, and staff who continue helping make this event possible. As we recognize Pride Month, let us continue striving to build a Wilsonville where every person feels safe, valued, and respected and welcomed, not only during Pride Month, but every single day of the year. And before I read the proclamation, I just want to know I got a sneak peek of the Pride pin for this year. Also, another year created by a very talented high school student. And I was sworn to secrecy, but I tell you, each year they get better. So I'm really excited to have mine, and I'll wear it proudly like I'm wearing the one from this past year. They're just a beautiful idea, and it's great that the school district is helping with that. I will now read the proclamation. Whereas June is the month we celebrate LGBTQIA plus Pride Month, recognizing the significant contributions and struggles of the lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, questioning, intersex, asexual individuals, as well as other identities not explicitly listed community. And whereas the Stonewall riots in 1969 were a turning point in the LGBTQIA plus rights movement, and Pride Month is a time to remember and honor this historic moment. And whereas Wilsonville values diversity, embraces the richness that the LGBTQIA plus community brings to our city, and this month is a time to reaffirm our commitment to equality and inclusion. And whereas Wilsonville's LGBTQIA plus community is a diverse and essential part of our city who contribute to the widespread academic, economic, artistic, political, and social spheres within and around Wilsonville's community. And whereas Pride Month in Wilsonville is meant to raise awareness of prejudice, discrimination, and lack of understanding still facing members of the LGBTQIA plus community, and honor their power and perseverance in fighting discrimination in all its forms. And whereas everyone is entitled to equal rights freely granted to all community members, regardless of race, religion, gender, identity, or sexual orientation. And whereas our city will stand up to hurtful speech and reinforce our efforts to attract a workforce that is representative of our community so that Wilsonville becomes a more vibrant, diverse, and livable community. And whereas the valuable contributions made by our family, friends, and neighbors who represent the diverse Wilsonville LGBTQI plus community promote innovation and positive change with lasting effects within our city. Now, therefore, be it resolved that I, Shawn O'Neill, Mayor of the City of Wilsonville of Oregon, do hereby proclaim June as Pride Month in Wilsonville, Oregon, and urge all residents to respect and honor our diverse community and celebrate and build a culture of inclusiveness and acceptance.